2 more after this.
Mark
Call
has
it
his
a hunch.
doubts.
It seems like the final boss. I don't know.
We shall see.
We shall see. Hey, Dad, I got a question for you.
Yeah, sure. What's up?
When does bread rise?
No.
Uh-oh. Go ahead.
When you least expect it.
Oh, man. Here we go. Now, if I gave that joke, I'd be given, like, major dad joke. Oh, that's such a bad joke.
Oh, no. We agree. We've just heard it before.
Okay.
About twice too many times.
Yes.
Be back in 1 second. Go bang on doors if you need to.
Is it time?
Yes,
It's not 8:01 yet. They've got seconds.
they have seconds.
They have seconds.
One of them is here.
They have
Mhm.
seconds. Mere seconds.
Mere seconds. Meerkats.
All right. Missing one?
Sure seems like it.
Is he studying or is he being studious?
I guess I can go find out.
It's all good. Sure.
Of course we're missing Tyrell. Who else would it be?
Dang. Excuse me. Still waiting for some people to come in to Foundry.
Hey, I think that D&D Beyond finally figured out that the character was booted from Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
Did it now? That was so kind of it.
Oh man,
I do think that D&D Beyond has been suffering a little bit. Kind of like like Twitter. It just doesn't work quite as even as it used to. I don't know if they're playing with stuff behind the scenes or what it is, but it does some weird stuff sometimes.
I mean, in terms of Twitter, there's a much more concrete reason why that's the case.
Yes, they fired everybody.
Because they fired everybody, and they're just like taking down functions at the whim of Elon Musk.
Yes.
I have a meme for this, but I've
Oh,
posted.
that's Duke Shayla, right?
Oh yeah, right. I guess I have to actually join the game session in Foundry. Let me do that real fast.
It makes it easier.
All
right, this
I had the page pulled up, but I didn't click join game session yet.
Oh,
there we go.
That's some hella blood loss.
So, I'm not even going to bother to put on the music because it hasn't been working that well anyway, but I'll try and put the combat music on a little bit once we get to that, which I presume we're going to get to that shortly-ish. So what y'all doing? Got yourself a floating, disgusting baby over a pit of lava and a whole bunch of other shenanigans.
Well, we got to get rid of this soup bowl.
We must get rid of the soup.
The soup.
Yeah. What is whatever it's called again? It's the Soulmonger.
It's the Soulmonger.
Thanks, Ellsworth.
Mhm. That's over.
Pretty good.
There we are.
I'm sorry. I was just reading Casey's status in Discord.
Oh, what's Casey? Oh. Ah, yes.
Ah,
She has been on minimally for the past few weeks because she has been furiously working.
Let me unpause the paused.
Yes.
So, yeah, back to where I was. What are you all doing?
Well,
Let me put up Sham's mage armor while I'm thinking about it, because it looks like when I put it
yeah.
in, I don't have the animation there to remind me. Not that it really matters.
Yep. Okay, it's on the sheet. That's fine.
Boop.
The number's fine on the sheet.
Let's do. We'll do this one. Doesn't really matter.
so the bridges are made of adamantine.
Yes.
Yes, what he said.
Yeah, that'd be difficult. What's the Soulmonger made out of?
That's a fair question. Boop a doop a doop a doop a doo. It is an enormous cylinder, just kind of hanging there. I mean, from what you can tell, it's just a crystalline cylinder. I mean, I'm sure it's magical, but
That's not a surprise.
yeah. Probably don't have to do the whole detect magic thing to figure that one out.
No, it's in chat from a week ago, anyways.
It's magic, all right.
I guess we just smash it.
Yeah, I mean, if the body itself is made of crystal, it wouldn't be
Yeah.
as difficult to smash as, well, the hardest known substance. Huh.
I mean, it is a huge object.
Also fair.
Just to whatevers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm. A decent level shatter would probably do the trick. Just saying.
Does it look like a single spell would break it? Or is it
A single spell? Not sure
Yeah,
about
we
a
probably
single
just need to
spell.
hit it a bunch.
I mean, it's pretty big. And it's got to be it's going to take some doing, is what you would figure.
I mean, Shattered always rolls maximum damage.
against
No, shatter. Oh no! Wait, hold on. Rereading
against
spells.
constructs and against like constructs and such?
A creature made of inorganic material has disadvantage on the saving throw, but I think it only affects non-magical objects in the area, so no good. No good on the shatter front, it would seem. Considering the obvious magic.
Gonna have.
Do you have any spells that can help you?
Scalar mage armor.
Or anything else you want to try and do to get information? I don't know what you have or what you don't have.
I mean, I can cast Detect Magic, but to be honest, this thing's pretty evil, right?
Oh yeah,
So, like, guys,
it is quite evil.
if it's evil, you know what evil things are usually weak to, if they are weak to anything?
Radiant damage.
Yeah. And do you know who I am?
Do you make radiant damage?
Oh, right, I've never met you before. Duke
Nor
Shalar,
I
is it?
you.
Oh my god, I forgot you use your name and voice for him. It doesn't work anymore. I just can't. I can't imagine this being a problem anymore.
What are you talking about?
This is meta, Mark.
Oh, this is meta. Okay.
Him
So-
sounding like Maven is like, how is this a problem?
I think last time that I did him, I tried to make him a halfway between Naven and Stager, but
He just sounds like
it might be
Maven.
coming out through more Naven this time.
Long story short, I'm just gonna cast Guiding Bolt on the thing and see what happens. Are
Well,
we all good with that?
Maybe we should prepare ourselves. I'm glad I had Duke Shalar use Mage Armor before you say I hit it.
Didn't you say
I
you
didn't say
didn't?
I hit it. I said I'm going to. Future
Okay.
tense.
But you said
Just
you were
to be
detect.
clear.
You were doing detect magic. Did I hear that a second ago?
I said I could cast Detect Magic.
All right,
But
lots
the
of coulds and
impression
woulds. Gotcha.
Like, I could, but like you said, there's not really a point, is there?
Was the magic not detected last time?
It's evil as hell and probably full of necromancy. I
Gotcha.
don't think I'm gonna get that much more from Detect Magic.
What do Sorry, there's Tyrell. What's other person's name? I keep forgetting your name because you don't have it in your.
I'll spread
it's
Simba.
Brayden.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
what about
Like actual people names.
Gotcha.
Brayden?
Brayden?
Brayden.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you guys think?
About
Honestly, I have no idea. I feel like you guys know much more about this than I would.
It's a big ass thing.
It's a big
Yeah.
ass thing.
I don't have anything to help. None of my spells really do anything useful.
Do they
Okay.
do damage?
They do damage, yeah, but most of them are just like area of effect.
Well, we can just launch spells and shit at it.
Would acid work well?
maybe.
Presumably.
I have a few.
It
Are
would
acid
work.
we are we trying to take down the giant baby or the adamantine structure?
We're trying to
No,
take down. We're
the
trying to
soup.
the soup.
Oh, the soup.
Killing the soup.
The soup container is what we need to destroy.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like destroying the container would be easier than destroying the struts because the struts are made of really strong stuff.
And also, killing the baby sounds like a fast way to get the strongest lich ever to show up and kick our asses.
Okay,
What if we just broke a hole in the bottom of the soup?
that's
I think that's
Instead of
the
trying to break
gist
the
of
whole
what we're
thing.
trying to do. Be it the
Mhm.
bottom or the side, we are breaking the soup in some capacity.
We are breaking the soup, yes.
I do not think the position of the break matters. I understand what you're going for, but the same thing would happen if we broke a hole in the side.
Yeah, I was just thinking it would be easier to do like one small hole and break the whole thing, but I guess it's gonna break anyway. Yeah.
How would you make breaking a small hole easier?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the problem. You know? It sounds nice in theory, but in practice, it's
What if we tried to break the stone around where like the pillars go into the wall and just had like
Not a
fall
bad
from the
idea.
pillars?
Then you
I
can
don't know how
also
deep
shatter
they're going.
those. The adamantine does connect to something that is in fact not adamantine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't know how well it's reinforced underneath, but you could try. It's all
Yeah.
good. Does someone want to make an investigation check?
I will make an investigation check.
Go ahead.
Oh, right, because Duke Shalar has wisdom. Is he proficient? No, wait, Duke Shalar is also an idiot! Wait a second! He has terrible wisdom!
Yes, this is investigation. This is intelligence.
Yeah, investigation's an
is?
int skill.
I
Shalar
forgot.
has +9 to investigation.
It's
I
fun
forget
really
that
bad, but
investigation is
yes.
an int skill. No, Shalar has horrible... What's it called, though? He also has bad whiz, like, Sham. And...
He has okay
Yeah.
whiz.
What's his whiz? It's
So
not...
it's +0. It's not negative though.
Oh, okay, I thought it was also negative.
Not negative wisdom.
I thought he had negative whiz like Sham and Inari.
So I'm going to say that, what do I want to say? I'm going to say, from what Duke can see, that you estimate, given the weight of what's being held here, that if you can break one of the struts, then the structure will fall.
Ah, okay.
If we break just one of the struts.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So
that's
now-
right in front of us, so...
Well, now the question is, how do we break an adamantine structure?
Adamantine's not indestructible.
With
it's just
difficulty.
tough. Yeah.
Yeah, with difficulty, I'm aware.
Like, it's not indestructible like an artifact is. It's just really hard to break. This thing was an artifact, on the other hand, would be screwed.
Well, I suppose an adamantine strut can't exactly make saving throws, can it?
Probably not.
So then we can have like spellcasters do saving throw things on it, and whoever has attacking attacks like Mr. Orwell can
Try
just
his
hit it
best.
and hope they do their best, and hopefully we can take out one of the struts before bad things happen.
The trick always
Well-
is with that is that you got to make sure, like Shatter, right? You got to have spells that can actually go after objects. A number of spells, or most spells, will say that you can target a creature, and the strut is not a creature.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Shatter is one of those things where objects in the radius specifically and explicitly also take the damage.
Yes.
Hmm.
So, like, you can't lightning bolt, like, the thing.
Can't you? Wait, you can't?
I don't think so.
Lightning
I
bolt's
thought
not
lightning bolt's a
creature based;
line.
it's area based.
Yeah, isn't like lightning bolt a line AoE? Just to counter your specific example.
Well, I'd have to reread the spell now, but sure.
Lightning Bolt 5e is in fact the line AoE originating from Self.
Oh, how about that? Okay.
Witch Bolt, on the other hand, hits a creature.
Yes. It says, stroke of lightning forming a line 100 feet long, 5 feet wide, blast out in direction you choose. Each creature in the line must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 8d6 lightning damage, save versus half.
Yeah, no, I don't have any spells that target not creatures.
But if anyone
Like
other than me, because I would like to preserve one spell slot in case things go wrong, would like to cast a Shatter on the strut, because I know somebody has those.
I don't have shadow.
I have those. I have those.
But
Hear me out. Can we sleep first if we're gonna go through this, or at least I don't my spell
if
slots.
we
looking
sleep,
low.
we're in danger of being attacked by the witches, the hags.
Oh my god! I knew we should have killed them all.
We all agree with you. We all agree. It's just too much of a pain.
Alright. It's fine. I'll spend a spell slot, even though I'm pretty much.
I mean,
where am I
you
aiming
can
this?
you can do it. I mean, you did beat him up a bit, right?
Yeah, we beat him up a little bit.
Yeah,
A little bit.
yeah.
We are not
I mean,
sure
they aren't
when
going
or
to
if
bug us for the time being.
we're not sure when or if they'll return.
This is true.
A point of my choice, but everything in that area gets hit, so I gotta make sure. Where am I aiming this at?
Yeah. Aim it in such a place that it hits the straw. I mean, we can move before you cast this, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to aim it in such a way that it does not hit the baby.
You can just hit it at the point where the strut like contacts the
All right, I'm
What
gonna
is
need
it?
like
Okay,
the
so it's a
gilded
10-foot
and
radius.
fake Orwell, or possibly real Orwell, to move like to the left.
So you're here. You're putting the center here.
Yeah.
So the gilded is back here. That's more than 10 feet away from your
Oh,
place.
my
you
fault.
you can just
I'm looking at the names and not looking at photos. But yeah, Orwell and some of
And
Duke
fake
would have
Orwell.
to move.
What is everyone doing? Like, just to make sure we're all in the right frame of minds. Everyone cast. Is anyone else going to help him? Is anyone else casting any spells before all shit goes down? Just making sure everyone is where they want to be.
how many spell slots do you have for Shatter?
After I pop this one, I'll have one left of level 2s.
How many
How many
higher level ones do you
levels
have?
do you have?
I have 1 5 left. I'm out of 6s. I have 1 4 left. I think I can double check that right now. I'm still holding the marker to play Shatter, and then I'll have 2 3s and 1 2.
That is pretty pissed, actually.
I'm
Yeah.
not hearing the music
I
again
have a
either.
similar
This music
amount of spell
sucks.
slots.
Foundry and playing music has been grumpy lately. I don't hear it again. Weird.
So 2 2s, 2 3s, a 4 and a 5. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
I've got 3
That's not
1s,
terrible.
a 2, 2 3s, a 4, and a 6.
So, I just want to make sure: are we going through this? Or are we
I
resting?
think we might just do this.
Okay.
Yeah. And then if we're okay, so once we destroy it, if we're getting attacked, where do we go from there?
We're gonna go past the baby to that room up like here.
Okay.
Okay,
We
yeah.
can. There is more stuff back there. I don't know if that would take us out, but seeing
that's
as
the maze,
someone's
isn't it?
Way to get out.
yeah, seeing as the entrance closed, it's our best bet, I suppose.
Did we check the 2 like balconies on either side?
They're just full
Yes.
of soul pots.
Phylacteries.
They're
Yeah.
full of still
Okay.
pots, which would be relevant if we wanted to fight liches, but that would kill us.
Yeah, I mean, just go through. So I know one person's throwing a shatter. I mean, I basically, because the thing seems to be ignoring you because you have not threatened it. If everyone's just gonna like pile on at one shot, you can do that. If you want to put up any other spells that you're gonna precast, I just want to know what you're all doing.
Yeah,
Quick
everyone
thing.
do all their precasting.
Quick thing, I can't make it to that platform. I can't walk on walls or fly. And I have
between the two clerics, we can carry you.
okay.
We should have enough strength between the 2 of us to carry you.
Over a pit of lava, that's one thing.
So people can carry. In addition, if my wizard has still has spell slots left after we destroy this strut, he has fly that he can give you.
Okay.
How long does fly last?
A bit.
Also, just because
longer than you think. 10 minutes.
Oh, that's almost certainly plenty long. You could probably get it to now and be fine.
Since you mentioned precasting things, now that I think about it, thank you for the reminder. 4 willing creatures. What are 4 willing creatures that benefit from this? I'll take Arwell. I'll take Simba.
Wait, how wide is the radius? How big is a wall of force?
Well, force is big.
10 foot by 10 foot panels.
In a quantity of.
The wall appears, blah blah blah. You can form it into a you can shape a flat surface made up of 10 foot by 10 foot panels. Okay. So I think Duke Shalar is gonna use a wall of force to make it more difficult for this is what's up with this interface? I can't.
What did you do?
I'm trying to cast the spell, but it's like I can't move my screen.
You can't move your screen? I don't know. Want to try refreshing your browser? I'm not sure.
Hold on.
I'm good. I can move mine. What that's worth.
Give myself this spell slot back
manually. 10 by 10 panels, so you can put it 20 tiles across. Oh, so you're just going to put a wall of force across the entire thing?
Yeah, just try and make it harder for this guy to get to us.
Yeah, no. And then I gave Emboldening Bond to the 4 people I broke down.
Wait, hold on. How are we gonna... we'll be fine.
It's everyone who's a PC except for myself.
Mm-hmm.
D4 on whatever you need.
Alright.
And I guess his fly is not concentration. Oh, no, it is concentration. Okay. I have to wait until the wall of force goes down to cast fly then. Okay.
That's good. So once we want to escape, we can cast that.
Yes.
Okay, I see the plan.
So you're trying to cast this wall of force in such a way that the tentacles can't get to you? Is that the idea here?
I'm more concerned about the baby.
Okay.
Though I'm sure the baby controls the tentacles.
The tentacles, to be clear, the tentacles spring out of the cap of the Soulmonger itself. They're not attached to the baby per se.
Oh, okay, so we can kill the tentacles.
The baby is attached to the Soulmonger as well, right? But the tentacles aren't part of the baby; they're part of the Soulmonger.
Okay, we're allowed to destroy the tentacles, guys.
Okay.
Maybe.
So what are you doing with the wall of force? Just so I can picture it.
I want it like in front of us, about a bit out over the lava, so that way it can block the baby.
Oh, I thought you were going to have it closer, but okay.
Well, we gotta be able to hit the thingy.
Okay. So it can form a dome or a sphere, right? Or you can create a flat surface made up of 10 by 10 foot panels. Each panel must be continuous with another panel. Okay. Fair enough. If the wall cuts through a creature's space, when it appears, the creature is pushed to one side or another. Got it. So you're trying to basically keep everything on that side of the thing.
Yeah, and if I need to orient it in multiple layers, then I can do. I think I can do that based on the size of the room. But yeah, I can. I could do that closer to the baby if need be. But I wanted to make a wall so that way the baby can't get over to us if it tries to do anything funny.
Got you.
Because the baby is the nastiest thing in the room.
So
Go ahead. I'm
can I
sorry.
pop the shatter now, or
I think we're good.
okay?
Is everyone done all their precasting? Do you have like any mage armor or anything you want to put up?
I have none of that.
All right.
Considering Simba's going to be the one attacking the Soulmonger, I'm also going to drop a what's it called on him? One of these boys.
What is the thing called?
This one.
Oh,
Oh,
fire.
on Simba. Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna place that.
Right there.
You're gonna zap it right there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Does anyone else besides Fake Arble have like physical attacks and stuff?
Technically, but it's adamantine. It probably needs to be magical. You know.
I have a magical weapon.
Yes, you do. I do not.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'll have Fake
Well, I think
Arble
I got
also
multiple
be
cards.
over by the strut and
Inside the bubble of shatter and die.
if we have him go first, then he can hit it, and then we can shatter right afterwards. And he'll
So
die.
are we doing
but
shatter
uh,
Fake
let's
Arwell or Fake Arwell shatter?
Why just use the shatter first as planned?
You don't just leave Fake Arwell where he was. We'll just do that first.
Okay.
We'll just do it first. I'm sure we'll have plenty of time for that.
I just mean when the shatter happens, we're probably going to get attacked. So I was hoping to include Fake Arwell as part of the surprise round.
Oh, okay. I'll just say that.
All right.
All right. So this is what we're doing.
Mhm.
All right. Fair enough. So let's. I swear to God, I'm missing my music. This is a pain in the ass. Whatever's going on with this thing. All right. Let's give me a pencil because I need to track stuff. So you're hitting it with the shatter?
Yep.
And that's just a radius thing, right?
Yeah, that's just a radius thing.
All right. Damage?
Oh, sorry, now I have to scroll back up again.
No worries. I'm going to try and refresh my browser to get the darn sound to work.
18.
Wait, I thought it always. Hold on, let me check that.
No, it's just that whatever it hits has disadvantage, and technically objects do have to make disadvantage, at least if they're con saves.
A creature made of inorganic material. A non-magical object that isn't being worn or created also takes the damage. Okay, it takes the damage. There's something that takes maximum damage. Oh, it's
You think of Blight,
Thank you. That's the word.
which Duke Shaler actually has.
I always think of that as a warlock spell.
Could be on the Warlock spell list.
No. I know it is.
Mhm.
Because I had a warlock. I played a warlock that had blight. It's just like I need to do a lot of damage to one thing, and then you cast the blight on it, and it's like, oh boy, that's a lot of dice.
I did not want to take that for obvious reasons.
Dice.
All right, so
Necrotic
Also
damage
necrotic.
and necrotic. One of the things we're facing here are almost exclusively undead, or
Yeah.
otherwise evil.
So it was 18 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay. And Gilda, you're casting protection from good and evil.
Beforehand, yes.
Okay. To do
On Simba.
on
Until
Simba.
the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures: aberrations, celestials, elementals, Fey, Fiends, and Undead. The protection grants several benefits. Blah, blah, blah. Disadvantage, those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throws against the relevant effect.
Blah, blah, blah. Got it.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Okay, no.
And I moved my token over there.
I was just checking to see what was going on. So,
Yep.
You're casting that. I got a wall force. I got a shatter spell. It does a little bit of damage to the thing.
And also, Arwell, Morbop, Sham, and Simba are under Emboldening Bond, so they have that D4 once per round to use.
Okay.
On attack rolls, ability checks, or saving throws.
D20s.
Okay.
Yep.
So, I'm just looking here. So the crystal is 20 feet high. So I want to talk about your wall force for a second there, Arwell.
Okay.
So the Soulmonger is 20 feet high. Your wall is 10 foot high. So what I'm basically saying is the closer it is to you guys, the more effective it's going to be. If it is where it is now, from what you're seeing of the height, right? I can move it if you need to, right? Like, it's basically the thing can just easily reach over it, right? Because it's 10 foot higher than your wall.
The Soulmonger can?
Yes.
Yes.
Can the baby?
The baby is currently behind it, right? So I don't know if you're
Will
worried
it be
about...
able to get past it?
I don't think the baby can move.
The baby doesn't seem like he's very mobile.
Oh,
So you need to worry about the Soulmonger doing things. The
okay.
baby probably commands the Soulmonger in some capacity.
Okay.
The baby probably just exists, giving off bad vibes.
So then, what's the idea then?
If you put the wall further back, the effect of its 10-foot height is magnified.
If I put it closer to us?
Yeah,
Right, because
the
right
whole thing
now, the tentacles are 10 feet above your wall, right?
Ah, but they have to stretch out to reach us.
Right, so if the
So
wall
you-
is back farther, right, then they
Mhm.
have to, it means they will have to, it'll be more of an obstacle, right?
Okay.
It's coming down on an angle, kind of, but, you know, it's more than an obstacle than what it is now.
Gotcha. I'll put it closer to us then. I can't move it though.
Oh, I can move it. Hold on. Do you want it like that?
Can we hit the thing if we do it like that?
I'll say you can hit it right here at the end.
Okay.
And then the what's it called doesn't affect it because it's
I mean, you can even do, I'm just trying to
not
go
made
back
of
to
an
my
organic
thing.
material.
Right, because it could be a... Oh, it can be a dome or a sphere. Yeah, I mean, you can all sit inside a dome if you want. I don't care.
I think we like the platform we have.
Okay. Just checking. All right.
Not to make decisions for the group, but
Oh boy.
Nice.
those are tentacles.
Oh, the baby's alive?
Well,
Those are
it's not the
tentacles.
baby. It's the Soulmonger.
Well,
No, that's the baby right there.
That's the baby.
Which one? Oh yeah, that's the baby at the back.
The
I didn't
demon
see it.
baby.
all
The
right.
bad vibes baby.
Spin initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. Boop.
Whoa! What? Really?
Sure.
No
Crazy.
way.
Never could have seen that coming. So unpredictable.
A 4! Who could have seen that one coming?
A 2.
Unknown creature.
Unknown creature, unknown creature, unknown creature.
Sorry.
Is the evil big
Unknown
baby in
creature,
combat too?
unknown creature. Unknown creature.
There was a question in there somewhere. What was it?
Is the evil big baby? Are we fighting that too?
Oh my god, we're fighting the
Technically.
caretaker.
Sure.
Wait, it's the flesh golem from earlier.
Simba, you're up.
No. I mean, like this is like the caretaker from Deep Rock.
Oh no! Oh wait,
Big.
no, the caretaker. I was thinking of the other one.
How big is
Not the
this room?
nemesis.
The nemesis.
Say it
I don't
again.
know. I'm trying to figure out how big the room is.
You have a
It's
ruler.
big.
Oh, fire! I think. I don't know how it's gonna work out. It might be big enough. What if it?
Don't
big
forget
enough for
that
Call
you
Lightning?
have a 10-foot invisible wall that Duke Shalar is holding right at the edge of the
Lava pit. To
lava
protect
pit
everyone.
/ balcony, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Mm,
You
but
can shatter the thing again.
I could. Oh, right. Is that where?
we are still trying to take out the soup.
The rest of us will handle the
I
creatures.
will now be out of level 1 spells after I shatter this. But
Level 2
Yeah,
spells,
that's
you mean?
fine.
yeah, level 2 spells.
That's fine.
That's fine. Just keep using shatter at higher levels until it's gone.
Your job is just to break the adamantine strut. I will handle any other cleric-related matters.
15. Okay. And it's taking damage.
All right, I'm done.
Just to give a feel, I'd say it's not half yet. Just FYI.
Gotcha.
Progress
Gotcha.
is made though.
Progress is made.
Progress is made.
What is Simba concentrating on?
I have no idea. I really don't think anything.
Probably detect magic from last week.
Eh,
Oh,
probably.
right.
Okay, it's down.
Thank you.
Sure. All right, so this one, I'm going to say he's covering this area.
The side check.
I'm going to say this guy, it's a good, I'd say its reach is 30 feet, right? And you guys are pretty much beyond that. Fake Orwell would be, but there's a big 10-foot wall in the way, so it ain't doing nothing. And this one is pretty much the same thing. It's 25 feet to Sham, but it's got to kind of like get up over the 10-foot wall. So, you're good.
You're safe. Awesome. We have
The other
nullified
ones are
two
a little
of the
bit closer. Just FYI. Gilded, you're up.
Awesome. So we have nullified 2 of the enemies. That's good. That's good. What else can I do in the way of buffs? I don't think I can really do anything because they're all conk.
Are you concentrating on something as well, Gilded? Oh, that's right. They're good and evil. They're good and evil.
Yeah.
Yep, my bad.
That's not a concentration spell. However, oh no, but I can cast that on myself.
What's that?
Sanctuary.
Sure. And it's not concentration.
It is not, because it has the condition of if you try and hurt people while you're under it, it stops. However, I do not desire to hurt people. So.
Okay. So you have been sanctuaried.
Yep, I think that will be it for now. Plus, I can still cast like healing spells and buffs.
Okay.
Those aren't hurting.
I wonder if I have that one. Let's see.
That is not hurting people.
Huh. I gotta get an animation for Sanctuary someday. Alright. No worries. Arwell.
Get.
Should I just slam the thing and try and do damage to it?
Yeah.
Slam the thing.
Alright.
Call it a hunch. I think this has a high AC if it's adamantine.
Fake Arwell does his thing.
11.
No.
I don't even have to answer that.
14.
No.
Shit.
You
Do
should
one of
probably
the
back up again.
thingies.
Do a thingy? Sure. Do a
You get
thingy.
5 of them?
21.
21 hits.
Awesome. It's probably
All
fine
right,
then.
15 damage.
Ooh, that's good.
Since you have a magical weapon, it seems pretty good.
That's a pretty
Also,
good
don't
roll.
forget to back
Alright.
up.
It feels like it's kind of half-ish.
Well, I should keep a running total of our damage.
All right. So this tentacle can reach over the wall pretty easily. And, Fake Arwell is there. So why not do something to Fake Arwell? It doesn't know anything.
Uh-oh.
48,
Let's see.
by the way.
Oh, okay. Duh. Oh, no, he cannot reach. He cannot get Fake Arwell. I'm missing one
Why,
of my
what do you-
tentacles. Hold on a second.
What do you roll?
Bad.
Oh, this one isn't
Bad.
in here. Boop. All right. So the next tentacle. 1 second here. All right, we'll do this one. Boop. So this tentacle. Sham's right there. We'll attack Sham.
Oh, darn. I can't say I didn't expect this.
18 on Sham.
Good enough.
Okay.
Little sick.
Let's see.
This
So
is going to be bad.
instead of so it is going to grapple you.
Of course.
It's going to pick you up and drop you into the lava.
Oh, shit. Well... I can't use that as a reaction, can I? Hold on.
Do you have shield?
I do have shield. I do have one use of shield.
I mean,
Do you
if
want
your
to use
plus 5
shield?
gets you above that, then
+5. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the shield here.
Okay. Well, it's a what is your armor class with the shield?
My armor class with the shield is 21.
Okay. It does not pick you up and drop you into the lava.
I'm like, maybe I'm like, it's gonna pick me up, isn't it? Oh wait, there's a pit of lava in this room. Hold on.
No, that's fair. I didn't give you time to really say the shield spell, so it's all good.
Wait a minute, there's a pit of lava in this room.
There is a pit of lava in this room, and this thing can pick up stuff.
yeah, we might want to watch out
Let's see.
The baby.
I am reading the baby.
Let's go.
And I am checking out the wall force.
Can you guys see my ruler?
Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no, does the baby have disintegrate?
that. You probably want to be symmetrically that far away so they can't grab you.
I can probably do that.
Yeah, just so it can't grab you. I mean, yeah. I'm pretty sure the
All right.
baby falls.
Let's pick somebody here who looks like a good guy to pick on. Let's see. There's what, 6 of you now? 3, 6, 7 if you include Fake Arwell. But it's pretty smart. It knows what Fake Arwell is.
I'm pretty sure the baby falls somewhere in Aberration, Celestials, Elementals, Fey Fiends, and Undead.
The baby
So-
has an intelligence of 25, so you know.
Oh, that's good. No, I was just saying it probably falls within one of those categories.
And is thus Simba is protected from it?
Anything gets disadvantage on attack rolls against it.
Arwell. So the baby just has to be able to see you, and you make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Who's it on?
You.
Which me?
The really
real
the
you.
Arwell you, the original you.
Arbo, okay.
It does have an int of 25, apparently.
It does. So it knows what. Okay, no problem. You're going to take some necrotic damage. You're going to take half. You take 20 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Ow.
Sham?
All right. Shield ends,
Yes, it does.
so my AC is back to 16. Still next to this thing. Probably have to give my
Oh,
turn if
shit.
I'm running. Oh, that would be great to blast though. Oh, goddammit, of course I went with a bunch of end saves, did I?
And I'll say that the tentacle that tried to swipe at you is like somewhere over the wall right now because it was right where it tried to get you.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I mean, you can zap it. The wall's not in your way if you wish.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about something else
Okay.
for a moment. Choose a part.
And also, you are next to it, so if you decide to do something, it might attack you.
Yeah. I decided to run. It just as a point within range. It probably won't work on the baby. But if I could have everything. How
Well, I
smart
don't think
are
you
the
can target
ten-
through the what's it called.
Synaptic Static just says choose a point within range.
Oh, synaptic static. Yeah.
You can synaptic static like in the middle of them, and
Yeah. And get everything.
what damage type is synaptic static?
I mean, the
That-
baby has some amount of health.
It has some amount of health, and this is an int save. I'm mostly doing this so that the tentacles aren't very able to grab us.
Fair, good idea.
What is controlling the tentacles? Because if the tentacles don't have brains and you're doing like psychic damage to them,
I assume they're like weapons of
If
the
they-
baby.
Mm,
They probably have HP.
we just kind of have to make sure that they don't have an int of 2.
gotcha.
Well, if they have an int of 0,
Mm-hmm.
they probably technically have an int of 0. To be fair.
Hmm.
The tentacles are. I mean, the tentacles are attached to the Soulmonger. The
Mhm.
baby is also attached to the Soulmonger. Right?
Mhm.
I mean, whether the baby is controlling them or whether the tentacles are just a bunch of mindless things that are doing self-defense things, you can't really tell.
Okay.
Mhm.
But the tentacles
Is
are
the
not directly attached to the baby.
So is risking that worth
So it might have an effect.
Because there's no way to tell if these things share the int of 25 for being attached to the Soulmonger or have an int of, 1.
I guess if you don't have Fireball, might as well just try it.
I do have Fireball.
I'd suggest that then.
Mhm.
Oh, well then, yeah.
I do have Fireball. I think I might just Fireball then.
So, Fireball...
Fireball
Can you
from your finger to a
get...
point within range.
Yes, is the Fireball gonna... Let's see, the Fireball... But the Fireball can't pass through the wall of force. So let's
No, it
see,
cannot.
you're...
It has the 20-foot radius. You can shoot it over. If they're coming over, you could probably shoot it right above them, and it would still hit them.
That's fair. I mean, because it is... I mean, and the Soulmonger is 10 feet above... The top of the Soulmonger is 20 feet up. This is 10 feet up. You know, you're right next to the thing.
You could
swim
shoot
back.
over it.
You could
Yeah.
shoot over it. I'll say you probably don't get the baby, but you could probably get the tentacles
Yeah,
and
I'm just...
and the soul
all
thing
this
itself.
all of this is granted that I actually go for Synaptic Static and don't just opt to run away, which I might just
You
do.
can run away. You could try synaptic static because that's just a point that you see, right? It's not
Mhm.
like you're shooting something.
Or Hunger of Hadar, because it's also a point that I can see and creates darkness, and they wouldn't be able to see, which is probably more effective.
But does it need to see?
Lots of choices. What do you want to do?
Lots of choices. I think just to start, because the other things, because that last one I think is my best bet, and also requires concentration. I'm gonna disengage and run away first.
Okay, you can do that. Where you going?
Probably. Let's see. I can't see back here.
I mean, you can run into the darkness.
Running into the darkness. Wonderful idea. It's going to have to do.
What do you want to be?
Run like along the wall, wherever that is, back to here. Just keeping along the wall so I know where I am.
That's like 10. That's roughly 20-ish. You can move 5 more feet to the side if you want, I'll say.
Like here?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Work?
Yeah, that works for me.
All right.
That'll be my turn.
You got it. Duke.
Considering a fireball.
Ruminating.
Also considering a blight.
Consider it's evil.
Consider it's evil.
True, it is evil.
Consider it eats souls.
Also, doesn't blight target creatures, so it can't target the Soulmonger?
No, I meant for the tentacles.
They are also evil. I stand by that point.
The actual strut is the domain of Orwell and Simba.
True.
Yeah, I'll go for a fireball on the tentacles.
All right, so you are some 10 foot back from the wall, right? I'm trying to do my calculus here, right? You're going to try and throw a fire. You can move further back if you want. Like, the further you move back, the more
the better it's going to be.
The better it's going to be, right? Because you're further back from the wall. If you're right next to the wall, you can't get it, right?
Okay.
And it's a 20-foot radius, so tell me where you're going to put the fireball. And
right above the Soulmonger.
So it's 10 foot above the wall, another 20 foot above, because a 20-foot radius, right?
It has a range of 120 feet, right?
I'm not worried about the range. I'm more worried about the radius of the sphere.
Yeah, range of 20 okay, so range is 150 and the radius is 20 foot.
20 foot. So theoretically, if you shot even 30 foot above the Soulmonger, you could get the Soulmonger and where the 4 things connect. So, sure, go for it. You can get there. I'll see you there.
That wouldn't damage the strut, though, right? It would just.
It's not going to damage the strut. It will hit the tentacles. It will hit the Soulmonger thing itself.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll let you do that.
And you said that works better if he's farther back.
Yes.
Okay. I'll have him be farther back then.
Okay.
And he will shoot that. And I need to do that.
I am going to say the baby's unaffected because it's further back and you have to shoot like high in the air to make it all work.
Yeah, completely fair.
Okay.
30 damage.
30 damage. Okay, let's see what these things do. Let's take a look. Let's just do it this way. So that's going to be a dex save.
Yeah.
Dex save. That's a miss. Oop, fudge. Oh, I did an ability check. Same difference. That's a make. That's a make. That's a miss. So I say I go this way. I'll say
the ones that miss take
this one and this one go limp. They are dead.
Oh wow.
What?
Nice. They have
They have less than or equal to 30 health.
their health is greater than 15 and less
But
than
less
or equal
than
to
30.
30.
Let's see.
Well,
let's
it could
see.
be exactly 30.
Greater than 15, less than or equal to
It could
30.
be 30. So they're at least half health.
The Soulmonger itself is an object and not a creature, so it's just like, I don't care about your fireball.
Ah.
Well, we don't care about you.
Fair enough.
Did this one not take damage?
No, it took half.
Because it says
Oh,
unharmed
I'm
to
sorry.
me.
It didn't.
Oh, you can see whether or not they're harmed?
That's
Yeah, you hover over them and it
Oh,
shows
right. I
their
was just
injury
expecting
state.
it to show up.
Morvop.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Vitriolic Sphere on the baby.
No!
Why?
We
What
don't
does that one
want
do?
to kill the baby.
Why not?
Because, like I said, I have a hunch. Between the Soulmonger and the baby, one of the two will summon a Serac to kill us. We definitely want the Soulmonger destroyed. That's what we came here to do. I think if we kill the baby, a Serac is going to show up and just instantly kill us. I like being alive. Let's do what we came here to do and leave.
Yeah, fair.
Okay. I can stick with that. Then I will cast... I guess I don't need to do that for the...
Oh, it's like an acid fireball, huh?
Yeah, they're pretty nasty.
Yeah. And I think I get affinity too, because I'm a black dragon. I'll just do trusty old magic missile at fucking let's do 3rd level.
Okay.
So that's what, 5 magic missiles?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So that is
What's max
so-
damage of 5? Oh, 20, okay.
so that
I'll
is
do...
5d4 plus 5.
Oh, cast it 1 level lower.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, no, because it's 25. So you could cast a... I'd suggest a 4
Because
magic
a
missiles.
level 3
Because
does...
they have 15 hit points at most.
Okay.
We know
yeah, that's...
they each have a maximum of 15 hit points. So we want to use something that will get that-ish. I forget what the average for...
Because 5d4 plus 5 is going to do an average... Because a 3rd level is going to do an average of 15.
Oh, it'll do an average of 15? Then you can use that.
Wait, no,
I thought
sorry,
it was gonna
not...
do
Sorry,
on
actually, no,
average.
not an average of 15. 20 plus 5, 12.5. It'll do an average... So a 5th level will do an average of 17.5. A 4th level will do 16, 4, 20, 10. We'll do an average of 14.
Use that one.
I can do 5th level.
No.
Or...
Sorry,
Level
2nd level or 3rd level, I meant.
Yeah.
2nd level will do average of 14. 3rd level would do an average of 17.
Okay, then I'll do 3rd level. Alright, I will do 3 on the one that is north, and then 2 on the one that's on the south.
Wait, isn't the point of doing all of them to make one of them dead?
I guess that's a good point. Then I'll just do all of them to the one to the north, all 5. Oh my gosh.
That is far above average. That
I
is
definitely should have split it.
22 damage.
Yeah.
22 damage on what?
The one
The
up
closer
here.
one.
I mean, it's dead. We know with certainty it's dead.
Which
Based
one?
On the bounding conditions.
This one, the closer one.
Yeah, the closer one.
Yeah.
Boop.
I mean, we don't need to worry about
Nice
the bound.
job.
You know, at that point, let's do something here. So, 1 second. The as this thing starts, you start to kill some of these tentacles, right? I just want to check something real quick. I'm pretty sure it counts as it. No, stop. Okay. Where is it? Try one more time. Sorry. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Yes. Yeah, that's fine. The baby's going to take a legendary action,
Oh, fun.
and it is going to
Yeah.
let out a withering wail. Everyone make a Constitution save, please?
I cannot imagine this being good.
That's decent.
That is most certainly not good enough.
Who are we missing?
Did I make one?
I need Duke. I need both of
I
yours,
can't-
Mark.
Okay, because I couldn't tell if I had made one because a bunch of things went into the thing at once.
Duke needs one as well. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody except for Arwell gains 1 level of exhaustion.
What did you say triggered this?
The
Legendary
baby legendary action crying.
So let's put in some earplugs. I will be doing that when it gets around to my turn.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you have disadvantage on ability checks for everyone who has 1 level.
Just ability checks?
It says ability
Yeah.
checks. Yep.
Okay,
Attack
I
roll
just want to
saving
make
throws
sure
is third level.
that's fine.
Morvop's done, right? So Simba?
Yeah. I'm gonna... Hold on, find Shattered. There we go. I'm gonna Shatter at 4th level.
Oh yeah,
Then,
because there is no chance of it taking half damage, obviously.
And...
Did we hit it again since last time?
No.
Okay, awesome. I just want to make sure. I'm just keeping
Simba
a
has
running
hit.
total.
Simba has shattered
are-
twice, and
twice.
Arwell has hit it with one attack.
Okay, so it's still at 48 damage that it's taken.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use... I think that's it. Yeah, so it's gonna do max damage of 40.
Wait, what level did you cast it at?
4th level.
Okay, so that's 48, right?
That's 5d8.
5d8.
Oh, 5d8, which is
40.
40, yeah. So it is at 98. Awesome.
Cool, and I'm
What are you
gonna...
mathing over there?
What?
What are you
back up
mathing
into
over
the
there?
darkness.
I'm not mathing anything.
I
I'm
agree.
counting
Oh.
damage.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There
Did
was
you just say that? Wait,
215
you're counting damage? Did you just say that 48 plus 40 is 98?
That's 88. I can't count.
I'm done.
So you did how
Awesome.
much?
I
He did
did
40.
40 points of damage, yeah.
'Cause
40,
he,
40 to the struck because he maxed it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. So that's 88. I lied. I can't count.
Okay. It's looking pretty shabby.
Okay, I'm gonna make a wild guess, guys, and say that it can probably take 100 points of damage. If at 88 it's looking shabby, and at 48 it was about half.
Could be 120.
It could.
Just keep fucking hitting it.
Just
But-
keep hitting it.
The tentacle can't really do too much because got a wall forcing your way. So
I'm
Gildan,
not
what do you
hedging
wanna
my
do?
bets on a damage value.
I'm just gonna pull some, like, I don't know. I'm sure I have like a piece of scrap cloth or something, and stuff them in my ears. So in case the baby wails again, nothing happens.
What do we need to do for that? Is that something that will cost an action?
Does that cost me an action?
Or is that like a bonus action?
So
or
you're
what?
trying to do what? Like how are you stuffing? You're trying to stuff ears?
I'm just trying to make it so I'm just trying to block all sound from my ears. I'm just stuffing like fabric into them.
Stuffing fabric into it?
Mm.
I guess you could
It's not
try.
like I'm carrying around wax or something, am I?
As long
know
as you
what's
can
my
hear
bag.
it in any way, shape, or form, it's going to do the damage.
Let's see, what do I have? I don't really have anything on me. Yeah, just stabbing out my eardrums would probably be a bad idea, huh?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'm
So
just
unless you
gonna
have some
wrap
kind of
my
zone of
bedroll.
silence spell.
I don't know. I don't have silence. I don't know. I tried. All right. I have like my bedroll. I just wrap my bedroll around my head so many times I can't hear anything. I don't freaking know. I'm trying to not hear. I got nothing else to do, really. I mean, I could try and top up Arwell.
Okay.
Does Arwell need health? Arwell? Do you need help?
I'm a little bit hurt. I am down by 32 hit points.
What percent of your health is that?
I am at 74% of my health right now.
Okay, then I will top you up. I will step forward so I can see
You don't want
him.
to stand there.
You can say whatever you
where,
want.
That's where Simba is shattering.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm stepping forwards and then I will step back.
Oh, okay.
I know, Mark. And then I'll just give you a quick oh god. I guess I can spare 3rd level spell slot for now. I mean, obviously I won't need to quote unquote spare for long, but you know, I don't want to be out of spell slots when I need them. Well, hit points to you. And then I will step back.
Okay.
Nothing silly is going on over here, right?
Arwell?
It appears not.
I'll hit it.
Good plan.
I'll take a potato chip and I'll eat it.
Eat it.
Okay, one attack hits. Both attacks hit. Wow, that's a lot better than my rolling last time.
Oh, you accidentally are rolling off of your Warhammer, so they're plus.
Oh, well, yeah, so then they should even be higher than that.
Or a 26 and a 28.
26 and 28. Sorry. I will make sure that the damage is done with the other thing. 13 damage and 9 damage.
So that's
okay. Matt, you're counting, right? That's another 22 damage.
2 damage, which is 110. No.
Yeah.
102. I can. I know it's 110. I did it right the first time. 88 plus 22 is 110.
I'm just reading through this here. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. You got it. So, yep. Sure. So you destroy the strut with your hits.
Okay.
The Soulmonger, breaks off from the other 2 struts, pulling the Soulmonger, the remaining alive tentacle, and the baby into the lava.
Oh shit!
Oh really?
The goes into the lava.
The baby too. I wasn't expecting that.
The baby's attached to it.
Oh.
Well, fine.
It's going to take some damage.
It's just going to take some damage. It doesn't just instantly die. I was working for a second there. We were screwed.
Any creature that falls in lava or starts its turn there, so it falls in. Well, the tentacle is definitely dead. And
So it definitely does a guaranteed more than 30 damage, but I think the baby takes more.
The
Has more
baby's
than
gonna
30 hit
take
points.
Damage.
The baby takes 48 hit points.
Oh, nice.
Is it alive?
It's barely injured.
Oh,
Amazing.
let's run. No.
It's the baby's turn. Hold
Fuck,
on.
It's the baby's turn, guys.
So,
So are we
and
preparing to run?
when it starts its turn, it also gets there. Roll.
Are we preparing to run?
We are preparing to run.
Ooh, the baby took 60 damage.
Oh. Oh, wait, it was barely hurt by 40.
It's injured now. Let's see. The baby is just.
Oh yeah, and when it starts its turn there, oops.
I presume it's going to leave the lava.
Yeah.
It has a speed of 0.
Oh,
Wait, really?
Really?
It just can. It just hovers.
That's it just hovers. It doesn't have a fly speed?
It flies. It hovers, but it's attached to the thing that's in the lava.
Has a fly speed of 0 with hover.
Yes.
Nice.
0
Okay.
speed, 0 feet, fly 50 feet, hover.
Yeah, so
Huh.
it can move 50 feet, can it?
It's attached to the thing. The thing's in
I'm
the
surprised
going
that
in
thing
the
hasn't
lava.
Burned yet in the lava.
What are things in the lava? Well, I mean, the thing.
Well, we better fuck off quick then, boys.
Could
The-
it move above the? I guess it can't move above the
the
lava.
thing's sinking into the lava. What can I tell you?
Man,
Guys,
I'll
wanna be
say
gone
it's
like
I'll say it's in
now.
the lava and it's burning up. And the Soulmonger is getting destroyed as well. It's working on it because I mean the Soulmonger had almost as many hit points as the baby. So yeah, it's working on it.
hey guys.
I'll drop
Right.
the wall of force.
So we're just
We're
chilling?
going to the portal. We're
Alright.
moving.
Run to the portal as fast as you fucking can.
All right.
We're screwed if this baby finishes dying and we're in the room.
We can say it's Sham's turn.
All right.
What do you mean we can say that?
I mean, it would be my turn.
If you're gonna try and run somewhere, I want to know what you're doing and how far you get.
All right.
I mean, the way you phrase that, we can say it's Sham's turn,
Yeah. I will. First off,
Mm-hmm.
walk out here to see what the hell was that noise. Where can I see? Here. Ah, I see.
You
Everything
see
is
the
burning.
Soulmonger is just burning up, sinking into lava, as is the baby.
Wonderful.
You might want to head over to the thing,
Plan
considering that
to
it is
run-
dying.
Hmm.
So we have. Looks like we're gonna end up killing everything in the room. So
Plan is
we're good to
run-
go.
Run to the before the very side. That does mean crossing the lava pit. That does mean that the baby might be able to attack us.
Just don't get within its reach.
Its reach hit the entire room
What do you mean?
with
No, the
the
tentacle's
triangle.
gone.
Ah, fine.
The only
I-
time you can take an attack of opportunity is if it's melee. And if it's sinking into the lava, as long as... How deep is the pit down?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking up right now to do that math.
Because the baby probably only has a reach of 5 feet. So as long as the pit is deeper than 5 feet, it can't get us. Yeah, it's a reaction.
Hey, you could have 10 feet. There are reach weapons.
Does this baby look like it's carrying a weapon?
Its arms could be considered weapons.
Let's
weapons
see,
were the
30 feet
tentacles.
high. Soulmonger, strut, tentacles, lava pit. The lava pit is 30 foot below the floor of the room. So it's 30
There
foot
you
into the
go.
lava.
All right. Sure.
So just don't be an idiot.
So I've moved 30. I will use my bonus action to grant myself a fly speed of 30 with hover for the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
And start by going 10 feet up and peering over the wall.
The wall's been
There's no
dispelled.
more wall.
He dispelled
Oh, there
it.
is no more.
He
Oh,
dropped it,
there
I
is no
should
more
say.
wall. Oh, there is no more wall.
So you can just go 30 feet.
I suppose I'm going to head to this balcony with the phylacteries.
Okay.
That's my dash action. That ends my turn.
Cool.
What is it? Control?
The baby is sad, so it is going to do its wail again. So everyone make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Ah, fuck. That's bad.
Yeah. We get to start running now.
Well, the problem is, at 2 levels of exhaustion halves your movement speed.
Mm-hmm.
Is that everybody?
That should be everyone.
Everyone failed.
Hold on.
We all... Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Everyone failed? Ooh, never mind. Not worth the D4 then.
And you can re-roll a saving throw that
Oh,
you
yeah,
fail.
anyone
You must
who
use a
has-
new roll.
Oh, I still fail.
Everyone, the 4 of you can use your D4.
The D4, I'm just trying to think. Are you
Are you going to use it for anything else this round?
I'm not going to use it for anything else.
Wait, we have a D4?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone who isn't myself or Shalar has a D4. I gave you all Emboldening Bond.
Yes. I add 3. I rolled a 20 on my con save.
You make it.
Oh, wait, I didn't know I had a plus thingy.
So that means Gilded and Duke definitely failed.
Because Gilded and Duke cannot modify it.
Hey, for once I'm not screwed over by exhaustion saves.
If I failed and you got a 20 and succeeded, it's either 20 or 19.
Let's see.
Hold on. So, should I threw my Indomitable thing, but I didn't know about the other thing.
That's fine. What was your first roll?
My first roll was a 15.
You can use your D4 if you want.
4.
Like
only
to what
thing
he
that it
said
will
is
succeed
true.
on, though, maybe is a 4.
You need a 19 or a 20. Just from maths that you've seen Sun spun so far.
Okay.
It's either 19 or 20, but I cannot guarantee it is 19. Well, you definitely failed.
Yeah, you failed. Now do you want to use your Indomitable?
And then from there I'd use Indomitable and I would get a 13. So
okay, fair enough. So that will be Arwell gets a first. Morvop and Simba, do you want to re-roll your spin?
You want to add your D4?
Their rolls sucked enough. I don't think it's
Morvop and Simba, do not bother.
Yeah, you're not close enough.
Bother.
Re-roll your con save.
Oh, the con save? Both of us?
Yes.
Okay.
Why?
Because I thought, oh no, it was Indomitable. It was just Arwell who had it. I'm sorry.
Yes.
My bad. Never mind it. Then you definitely fail. Boop, 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 boop. Okay.
Everyone's movement speed except for what's his name's hand.
Dookie, what do you want to do?
Okay. So
Sham and Arwell.
Given the movement speed reductions, let's scratch the fly plan and let's just both use Misty Steps.
I only have one, or I guess I can cast up level.
Yes.
You can always up level cast it. Whether you get any bonuses for doing it, then that's
that's fine.
Yeah, so you can Misty Step over to this thing and then from there over to here.
Yeah.
Do you still have a 5th level spell slot, Simba?
What was your question?
Do you still have a 5th level spell slot?
Yeah.
Do you have Greater Restoration prepared?
No.
Tough shit. I do not believe you get any teleportation spells.
Okay. I moved there. I
only have a 6th level spell slot, and I'm going to use Greater Restoration on myself then.
Where is it? Where is it?
Matt.
Or is
it should be here.
I have how good of wisdom saving throws do you think the baby would be?
Very.
Very.
Here
It
it
has
is.
an inch of 25.
Hmm.
Okay. Misty Step is that a bonus action or an action?
Yes, it is.
It's a bonus
Bonus.
action. Okay.
It'd be a bonus.
And I can't cast it again as an action because it's a level spell.
It's leveled.
Nope.
No.
So
I could have used it beforehand, but it doesn't matter.
HLR is kind of stuck here, but I do have an action.
You can still move.
With the action.
Mm-hmm. And get ever slightly closer.
Oh, he is not concentrating anymore.
Does that count? No, because that's an AoE spell, so it doesn't count for me.
The new spell.
The whale. If someone tries to attack me, they have to make a whiz save.
Mm.
The whale doesn't count though.
Okay, yeah, I'll just get closer.
Okay.
Set the screen.
Morvop.
I will do the same. I'll move over here, and then Misty Step, and then move over here, and that's it.
Yeah, that seems about it. Because he has half speed, so yeah, it's about right. Simba.
Dang, I'm kind of screwed over here.
But what do you have again, even? Go ahead.
I will try to banish the creature.
Don't you have to?
What?
No, banishment's a ranged spell.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that's a good idea.
I mean, it's a Hail Mary play, but it's not a bad one.
Oh, my other Hail Mary pair was Gias, but you said, he probably break that, so, I went for the other.
All
I mean,
right.
Gias
so-
and Wisdom. He also probably has good charisma too.
I mean, well, Hail Mary.
Yeah, either or, it's a Hail Mary play.
Fair enough.
Shit, man, if he's not in this plane, he isn't taking lava damage too.
Well, he's not in this plane. He can't give us more exhaustion, and we have.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Did he fail?
I'm going to share it.
That one!
Yes!
With advantage!
Advantage! Oh my god!
Get him out of here!
Oh my god!
Get him out of here!
Get out of here!
He is, for now, banished.
He is for now banished. We have a minute to leave.
Good job,
Nice.
Simba!
Wow.
Yeah!
Yes. Do you want us to stay in initiative for this?
We don't
I'm
have
thinking because you got 1 minute. That's 10
10 rounds.
10
That's
rounds.
10 rounds.
What skill does movement speed?
Gilded is 35. I was considering
35. So that's.
I will still probably cast Greater Restoration
Hold
on
on,
myself.
where are we going still? Because I also want to
Back
get
of
my
the room.
movement out
Back
of
of
here.
the room.
Okay.
Back of the room.
Back of the room.
So we just have to. The two of us are just wall walking.
Yeah.
I'll since your movement speed is halved, I just want to see how far you get. So let's just do this organized and see where this goes.
Okay.
That would be there.
Who's
Oh.
yellow?
Crap.
I'm. Just,
Are you
I was-
doing my move speed?
Yeah,
over me?
I was trying to look at
'Cause-
what distance you had to travel.
35. So you can move 35 by double moving because it's halved.
Right.
Mhm.
You can move 35 by double moving.
He's
So
got
that's
150.
115.
That's 4
what?
turns.
4 turns. That's.
And banishment lasts 10 turns.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still gonna cast Greater Restoration on myself. So it's 1 turn, and then I get 70 for the other ones. So it's through 2.5.
It's 3. Yeah, it's
3
it's
turns.
3 turns instead of 4.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
you
and I
no longer
also
have-
do not have
The exhaustion,
exhaustion.
the sauce.
The sauce.
Does it fix one or both? It fixes one, right?
It's only 1 level of exhaustion.
That's what I thought. Okay,
What
cool.
plane is this thing from? Is it from like the negative energy plane or something like that?
Well, can the user of the spell tell if the creature will stay banished once the minute is up?
Let's see. Probably
think it
not.
says-
No, it's not going to
Yeah,
tell
I
you
don't
that.
think it tells you.
Okay. Because Mark, if it's from the negative energy plane or something like that, then it after 1 minute of being banished, it stays gone.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was wondering.
I mean, this thing was clearly made by
I-
Azarak and/or the witches, so technically could be from.
Also,
not
I just wanted to
material.
say that because I just think that the concept of the negative energy plane is funny.
I mean, it's less of a plane and more like, a thing that's there for the purposes of holding stuff.
Hmm.
It's not really a place you can go necessarily. I mean, I think in the most literal sense,
You can go there, literally.
Like, literally, you can go there, but like.
Does it still exist? I thought they half did away with the negative energy
It
plane.
does exist. It is explicitly, its mechanics are explicitly mentioned in the creature description for a Nightwalker.
Ah, okay. It feels like a leftover. I mean, that was a thing certainly in 1E, but I thought they kind of half replaced that, or just kind of. I thought that the
They
Die
don't
Vecna
talk about
Die
it a
or
lot,
something
but
like
it does
that.
exist.
okay.
They like blew it up kind of at one point, but they put it back. It's there somewhere.
Yeah, I'm misreading. Anyway, so you're doing your thing, right? Your Getter Restoration. So I gave you one of your things back. Let's give it one back.
Gotcha.
Burp.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. I was on.
You got it.
Let me just slide to the left. Unless we're doing this in
Slide to
turn
the
order, then I
right.
guess I shouldn't slide to the left.
So your action was that. How did you fly that far?
Oh, sorry. I just
we're doing it
assumed
in-
we
we're doing it
taking
in
all
turn
four.
order.
We are doing it in turn order? Okay. See, I thought we weren't doing it in turn order. And so I just went, I'll just slide my... Whoopsie daisy.
Yeah, because I don't know how far everyone can get, right? So,
Gotcha.
and I'm just kind of
Yeah, no.
reading up on this dude to see exactly whether he stays banished or not.
Make control. There.
I have a feeling it's
do-
going to be up
Do
to
you not
me.
know what plane it's from?
It's classified as undead,
Oh, okay.
but it is, it obviously has some ties to the negative energy plane. Like it
Okay.
specifically has a connection to it. So, I think it's up to me.
Gotcha.
I don't know. That was a 1 in 400 chance.
Anyway, what is Simba doing? What are you doing, Simba? And Gilda, that's your normal movement or something? Yeah.
That was...
The
yes.
one was a 1 in 400 chance. The
And you're moving half
the
speed.
fail was a higher chance.
Yeah, I moved my 15 already. I'm on the wall.
You were on the wall. So you move 15 feet?
Yeah.
You can move another 15 feet if you use your action to double move.
Oh, fire. I don't know how far that is.
And did I skip Simba or something? Like, how did I go to Simba before Gil did? I'm not sure how I did that.
I don't know.
Or did I go out of turn? I don't know.
I think you got out of turn.
All right, fair enough.
There we go.
We'll say
Fire.
All right. Arwell.
Proof omitted, but this works. I use the funny fake Arwell teleportation to go here.
Yep, I get it. No problem.
Proof omitted.
No proof required. And no worries. All right.
I cite the page in the text.
I-
So,
think I get to
as
go-
for this dude,
Because Arwell speed is not halved.
right, correct.
I cite the page in
Okay.
Chalmers that has the equation that I want to use. Here you go, Professor.
So, you see like a big like bubble kind of come out like a submarine exploding, right? Come out of the lava, and all these, you just see souls just like flying out of the lava and scattering in all sorts of different directions.
Awesome. Our job is done. Can confirm.
Sham.
Not me.
I'm popping in to see what's going on.
We banished the baby to the negative energy plane ? And now we're running for our lives from a Serac showing up.
That sounds quite deadly.
Well, we have 1 minute till a Serac shows up because he's pissed that we killed his baby by dropping it in a pool of lava. Because the baby won't be back in the pool of lava for another minute because it's currently banished to the negative energy plane ?
Why would you drop a baby in a pool? That doesn't seem like a smart idea.
Well, we didn't think it was going to fall into the pool of lava with the Soulmonger. We thought he'd like...
Jason, go into my my Discord channel. Go to Tomb Chat.
Tomb. Am I in? Do I have access to Tomb Chat?
You should be able to read it.
I see board game, video game, general. Oh, Tomb Chat. There we go.
And just scroll up to the first picture you see.
Oh God.
Yes. That thing is currently in the negative energy plane ? We're not really sure. It's definitely vanished.
It's not near you guys.
But yeah, for the time being. The problem is when it gets back, if it dies, I'm pretty sure a Serac is going to show up and murder us. Because he didn't show up when the Soulmonger just got destroyed. So my guess is the baby is what triggers the secret hidden boss of level 30 Wizard of Serac.
Jesus Christ.
I use level 30 as a joke, but I think he's actually like CR20.
I just wanted to pop because Ice Fish doing like cyberpunk D&D, in which my character tortured 2 people this session. So that was fun.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Serac's crazy strong, and I am horrified of him showing up.
Yeah, I could imagine. Did anyone die yet? Who's dead yet?
A lot of people.
Oh, nice.
Not today yet.
Not
though.
today.
No one today.
Not
Okay,
today.
no one today.
5 people
Okay.
died over the campaign.
Nice.
5?
Nice.
Let's see. All right. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Just to try and make sure everyone's happy here. So the mod. I don't care if Jason hears this. If it is, it's spoilers. But
I'll leave then. You guys have fun dying.
I don't know
Bye.
if you're going to play this, Jason. But I'm just saying, if you do, you do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go so I don't get spoiled just in case.
All right,
Bye bye.
fair
Have fun
enough.
dying.
Yep.
Okay. In so many words, the module says that Serac will come when the baby is dead. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I am reading the creature in Forgotten Realms wiki, and it points out that Serac found this creature in the negative energy plane. Therefore,
from the
I am going to say it is banished. It is going to be banished. So if you don't want to fight the Lich, I'll say you can get out of the room, and I'll go out of initiative.
No way in hell are we fighting the Lich. We are screwed. I've looked at a Serac stat block. It is horrifying.
I am also damn near out of spell slots. I am not fighting a Lich. I would have loved to fight a Lich had we slept first.
Fair
Good
enough.
thing we didn't sleep.
Fair enough.
Do that. You gotta be a cook.
It's all good. I didn't want to rob you of the chance to fight him if that's what you wanted to do. Along with his Staff of the Forgotten and his Spear of Annihilation.
Annihilation, which is kind of like a black hole, but not actually, because it just destroys things it touches.
Yep. So, all good. I will say that you get out of this room, and I will put you into the next room, because you are not out. You are just
No, we're not out.
out of this room. You are not out.
Yeah, I know. We've gone through the door before.
Well, some of you have, but yes. Hold on, I'm just going to gather people
The
to make
party
this
has gone through the door before.
easier.
If we won after we finish the module, we can just go back and do a mock Acerak battle.
If you want to mock a Sarek battle, I am all for that. I will allow you to do that.
No thanks.
It's just for fun. It's just for funsies.
I'm all here.
I
for
know
it.
we're screwed.
I'll,
That's it.
I'll do it just for funsies.
I-
In terms of, do I want to die? The answer is, I'd like to try not to.
I will say that the other group that I did, they did beat a Sarek. One person lived.
Oh my god.
One person
Oh,
lived.
man.
It was, and I will say that
Mhm.
the group that did it made sure that they did every damn room in this tomb. So they had every buff that you could have gotten by doing the tomb rooms and getting the buffs.
Amazing.
So like someone had like a constitution of 23, like probably mom, because she was a barbarian. So like all they had all the different things, all the different bonuses, and it one person survived.
Amazing.
Right. And then that person had to do what you're doing now by himself.
That's rough.
But hey, there's not that much left. So you're in this room. So not all of you were in this room. By the way, if you ever want to read the creature that you just dumped into the lava, it's a Atropal. A-T-R-O.
How do you spell that?
A-T-R-O-P-A-L.
Huh. Okay.
That is the baby. So let's get into here. And I didn't turn the music on for the other one, so I never had time anyway. So 1 second. So in here, blah 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 blah. 78. Here we go. So in here, you step into this underground chapel. You see there's a bunch of black basalt pillars. There is a polished obsidian altar, which is where some of you found Duke Shalar tied to earlier. Along the walls, there are these emaciated green-skinned creatures that have one eye that is chained to the wall. And they can't get you. They're just like blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And some of you fought some of these in a previous module.
We have?
We have?
Yeah, these guys were in the underground city in the Frozen one.
Oh, okay.
The Time City thing. Yeah.
It was an adventure.
What's that?
That was an adventure we went on.
Rhyme of the
I just
Frost
remember the part
Maiden
where we got booed.
sure is a module.
It's one of Mark's favorites.
It is one of my favorites to diss on.
At any rate, let's see. Yep. I'm just seeing if these guys do anything. Blah 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 blah. They do demand to be released. They can speak. Actually, they speak Undercommon. So if you don't know Undercommon, forget it.
I don't know.
No, some of you have a tomb. One of you have like a tomb of Helm of Naganja's thingy. So one of you understands it.
Yeah, it's me. I understand everything.
Yeah.
Which is why I was going to try Gios, because that would have been fun to put a baby under a spell.
What was that last part? I'm sorry.
I was going to try Gios before the banishment to try to put the baby under a spell, but, things happen.
Yeah, it banished.
It banished.
To the north, because one of you, I think, moved the curtains earlier when you were here. To the north, you see a 45-foot-long hallway with 4 decorative arches that have blank walls within them. 3 paths are marked out in red, gold, and purple. snake along the floor, each leading to one of the 3 archways. A charred skeleton on the floor points to a 4th archway. Okay? Which has no path leading to it. A single torch burns in a wall sconce at the end of the hall. Mounted below it is a bronze plate that bears the warning, in common, "Behold the fate for those who defy me."
So I'm gonna get back as a 3rd level spell slot.
No worries.
So
How you guys doing?
they're not attacking us. and
They're
they
not
didn't
attacking
attack us
you.
last time.
They're asking to be left free.
Oh.
Oh.
They are?
They
Can
are.
anyone pick locks?
Wait. So how are they restrained? Can we ask them if we free you, are you gonna attack us?
They say no.
Let me just, because I can, let me just use my 23 insight. They don't seem like they're lying, do they?
They seem honest.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, we can trust them.
Okay.
Not going to stand next to them.
Yeah, does anyone know how to, like, pick locks or something? Can I ask them if they know where the key to their shackles are?
They will say that one of the hags have the shackles.
Ugh.
Can I just break the chains?
Sure.
Can I break
You
them?
can try. I think I'll find out.
Oh, and do you guys know a way out?
Yeah, you can. Do you let them out?
I want to see what they say first
What they
Do you guys know a
say?
way out of the tomb?
about knowing a way out.
Let us free, and we'll tell you.
I mean, I trust them.
Okay, fair. I'll break him free.
Okay.
Because now that you mention it, these guys, you're right. We did fight these guys before. They had some kind of sight attack, and they haven't attacked us with it yet. So
Okay. You got it.
don't remember what they're called though.
I think they're like Nothics or something.
There you go. So you got good memory.
I'm lucky.
The creature points to the skeleton and says, "Mind the bones."
So that's where the exit is. Do you know anything else about the exit? I'm sure there's some sort of trick to it. I mean, I guess the giant baby and the Soulmonger is the trick, I guess.
I mean, it doesn't know anything because it's just like
Gotcha.
he's like, "There's treasure on the purple path," and Nang Nang's like, "Ooh, yay! Let's go get it."
Yeah. Ugh. Yes, Nang Nang, I know. You love treasure.
As a side note, if you had fought a Sarak, and I guess if you do later, Nang Nang, anyone who's possessed by a spirit gets an additional 50 temporary hit points when they fight a Sarak.
Yay.
Not bad.
Oh, okay.
And it
Makes
still killed almost everybody because they all had 50 hit points and they all had special powers.
And I don't have special powers.
True. But you get the 50 hit points.
I would get to 50 hit points.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
no.
What do you want to do?
I guess I'll check out the, well, first let me make sure this hallway isn't trapped.
I was about to say maybe we should like try like resting or something, but then I noticed, hey, none of us are like very damaged.
Well, the spellcasters are kind of low on spell slots, but like, I just
Yeah.
want to get out
True.
of here.
But we are just trying to find the exit. So hopefully that doesn't involve fighting anything.
Yeah. Do I notice any traps?
Are you like walking down the hallway, or are you just checking around the entrance to the corridor?
No,
Around the
obviously
entrance.
not.
I'm just asking. From let's walk from where you are, right in front there. Looks good to you.
Awesome. And I guess I'll just walk down the hallway.
So wait, maybe we should decide which thing we're going. There's almost certainly traps in this hallway. There can't not be traps in this hallway. If you would like to make yourself the sacrificial lamb, you may, but like that's not a very good idea.
I think we should take out the one torch, considering that's a charred skeleton.
The skeleton is charred?
Yeah.
Oh, then there's probably some sort of fire related to the door.
Hence the torch at the back of the hallway. And
I probably cast fireball. On my locum, I could survive a fireball. I'm feeling spicy. I will be the sacrifice. I just want to check out where the I'm going to. I guess that would be invest. No, is that
What about the
perception?
red one? So
I'm gonna check this
there's like
spot for a
4
door.
sconces.
Yes, I'm going to check.
No,
the spot where the skeleton...
there are 4 archways.
4 archways.
There is one sconce at the end of the hall.
I'm going to check where the skeleton is pointing for a
there's
secret
the red
door.
archway, the yellow archway, the purple archway, and the nothing archway. And the skeleton is pointing at the nothing archway.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so Gilded, you're looking for what, traps or whatever? Secret.
A secret
okay.
door. Or
Sure.
Has he triggered any traps going this far down the hallway?
At the beginning of going in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of you had a pendant that you have it. I thought you did. I just wanted to double check.
From when? From the very beginning of the dungeon?
Yeah. From the beginning of this tomb.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't remember that, but I'll take your word.
There was. It actually guided you to where the entrance was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It hasn't done squat since, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Doop. So you go to the door. Where is the damn door? Okay, sure. Got it. I'm just going to double check all of these. Yep. Yep. Okay. Just making sure I read that correctly. So 23.
Are we just going to check every archway?
He's just checking that one. Seems fine to you. And
is there a secret door there? That's what I was asking for.
You can tell it's a secret door, yes. So as you can go there, so you're going to go there and open the secret door? Yes, you can. You see the secret, the arch, whatever you're going to call it.
So there is a secret door in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I was checking for first.
Okay.
Now
they're probably all secret doors.
Now,
or maybe 3 of them are secret doors, and one of them is just death.
Now I want to check for traps.
Can I send Fake Arwell to this one?
You can. Sure.
Okay, I'll follow the path that he went. Can I inspect to see if it's a secret door from here?
Oh, you just want him to inspect it?
Yeah, I
Sure,
want to inspect it.
You can spin for for the thing.
Okay. Not nearly as good.
All right, so this is the red one.
This is the red.
Okay.
Not doing anything, just going on the places we've already stepped and looking.
Fair enough. I mean, it looks like an archway.
Okay.
Orwell, do you want to figure out the like investigate the torch back there?
Oh yeah, I can say fence and fake Arwell to investigate things. Maybe I shouldn't do that while Gilded's in the hallway, but
I would also now
No,
like to
he
check
already
the door for
volunteered.
traps. That is perception, correct?
Sure.
26.
So what were you checking for traps?
The secret door that I found that the hard skeleton is pointing at.
Oh, sure. It has a glyph on it.
Oh, that's not good.
Can you read the glyph?
No. It's this thing called a glyph of warding. It just blows up.
Oh,
Well, it doesn't have to blow up. It stores a spell for later.
do you want to just go back and I'll have fake Arwell just make the glyph go off?
Well, you see, that would be a problem for silly people who don't know to spell magic.
Oh,
I just dispel it.
I rated it 10 out of 10.
Now there's no more trap?
It
It sounds like this is causing something to happen.
It doesn't say it was
Uh-oh.
upcast, so I'll say
I did not upcast it.
I don't see anything saying it was upcast on here, so I'm just gonna say sure. I'll say you dispel it.
Oh, awesome.
We have found and deactivated the trap on one of the secret doors.
Yeah.
good job,
So
man.
now I'm gonna open the secret door.
Okay. Boop.
So wait, the
Awesome.
dude, the little dude, he said the treasure's on the purple path, right?
He did.
Let's
Yeah, you
not go to the end of the purple path.
Well, they seem truthful. So what's with this?
You see a pool of jet black ooze glisten inside this silent chamber whose walls are decorated with relief carvings depicting black stars. And I'll say that
What is this?
as you get close, you can think of it as almost like a mist thing, right? Where like you see coming out of the pool a miniature version of the obelisk that stood at the tomb's entrance.
Okay.
Blind leap of faith. Yoink. I jump in.
Okay. You touch it, Gilda disappears.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I should have cast what's it called before this.
I asked the
I'm
guys
still here.
before us. Do they know?
I want to
what's up
see
with
what
that?
they're doing before I do anything else.
Okay.
Do the monsters know what's up with the pit thing ish?
Told you it goes out.
Where does the red lead to?
They don't know.
And yellow.
I don't know.
Damn it, y'all are useless.
I told
Wait,
you
did
2 out of
guys not pick up
4.
my pendant from the
Wait, so
beginning of the game?
what did the Gilda do?
I jumped in the pool that had the mini obelisk from the beginning of the dungeon in it.
Okay.
If I have to take a guess, I'm probably there now.
Well, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna be a little patient.
Okay. What's everyone else
Okay.
doing?
I guess I'll go into the room. Are there any I'll check for traps in the room.
Go ahead.
I mean, my guess. I walked in there and was fine.
Seems fine to you.
Okay. So what did the Gilded do? You went into the pool.
He touched it, basically.
Is he still here? Is he?
No, he's
No.
not here. He's bamfed somewhere.
Oh, he's bamfed.
He's damned. All right, now I'm gonna take it back.
I'll have
Arwell?
fake. Have fake Arwell go in after him.
Okay. I guess he interacts with it. He disappears.
Will you be able to see through Fake Arwell's eyes?
Yeah, I want to know where he went.
How far can you say? What's your fake Orwell range?
Ooh, good question.
Ooh, good question. Good question.
1,000 feet.
Wow, that's pretty far. Okay. He's outside by the obelisk with Gilded.
The Gilded waves at Fake Arwell. Hi.
Okay. I guess I will head on out then.
Okay. Is anyone not going out?
I'm going out.
Morbop.
Sorry, where are we going out to?
Hi.
Out.
Oh, was I muted for a while? Fuck.
Yeah. Mood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, dude. You were muted.
Yeah. I want to ask if the one-eyed guys seem trustworthy enough. Do we want to check out the purple room or any other room?
I don't care
Nope.
about the purple room. You can check it. You can check out the purple room if you want.
You're welcome
Lance
to.
wants to go home.
Lance wants to go home. I want to
wants
go
to go
home.
home.
Mm-hmm. I see. If that is what you wish.
You could check out any of the ones. There's plenty of them here.
I'm sure there's treasure back there somewhere. I'm also sure that there are several traps that will kill us.
Mm-hmm. I suppose, in the interest of safety, I will trust.
That's
Huh?
right. Never mind. Go ahead.
In the interest of safety, I suppose I will trust your judgment.
I just forgot.
Mm-hmm.
He forgot something. This is not good.
Everyone's out.
Yeah, we're all
I guess
outside,
so.
right?
Okay, you're all outside.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, you all lived. You didn't
Hey,
fight the
yo.
lich.
All lived, air
But-
quotes.
You all lived. Air quotes, sure. So
I
here's
died.
what I remembered. So one
Mhm.
second. So hold on. Where can I warp you guys? Gotta get to the right spot. Nope, it's not this one. Hold on. Is it? Yeah, it's this one. Hold on. Activate. So you're all here, right?
Yeah,
So
well,
I
on
wanna-
this map.
You're on this map. So do I have? Let me get
Mhm.
all of you. 1, 2. You're all here. 3. I must make sure you got all
Except
of you.
for Shalar.
We don't need him.
Oh, are you showing
We're
us
missing
something?
Sham.
I am showing you. Let me grab Sham here. So let me put the guy in there for effect, and just give me a second. So one thing you didn't. Well, there's lots of things you tried, and some things you didn't. It's okay. Tomb of Annihilation. I'll put. Where is this guy? Here. Nope, that's not him. I guess I just got to find him. The Atropal. Let's find the Atropal. I'll put him in there real quick. Just for fun.
All right. Where's the Atropal?
So, fudge. There we go. AT. R. Thank you. I'll put him in here. So one thing that you didn't know, and I'll read the description for you so when I have it. This is level, it's not level 3, it's like 4 or 5. It's 4. 57. You got it. So, as some of you, I think Matt mentioned it, as I hinted towards, if you try to leave the dungeon by magical means, you are actually get teleported to this room. Okay,
Jeez.
it is a room filled with half rotting corpses.
I assume that this isn't in there.
Oh yeah, he's
right?
in there because you banished him. So he didn't go to the negative repair plane. He's in here with the stupid genie that also tried to leave here by plane walking.
Oh, that's the genie from earlier.
Oh. Oh, so the baby couldn't have come back.
Because
couldn't.
it's still on this plane.
He's still here. He's hanging in here.
God, Sarak's gonna show back up, and it's just gonna be the end of the freaking John Mulaney skit with the police.
And you
Like,
just
this is why,
find
this is why I don't let my kids have parties.
This is
It's
an on fire
corpse room.
garbage can.
It
Could be a
Could
nursery.
Like, it's just,
There is a way out. There is a way out of here, but I'm not going to go into those details. But there is a way out of here. But for right now, I'm just saying they're all in there, along with a bunch of rotting bodies of people who couldn't figure out how to get out of here.
So the trouble, instead of being banished, just went here and
To
just
prison.
and it's just gonna be in here. And so Sarek's gonna check back once he realizes the Soulmonger's fucked, and he's just gonna see his trouble just sitting in a pool of rotting corpses. I wonder how the heck did that happen.
So I mean, this is done. I'll just say a couple. So great job. If you guys, like I said earlier, if you wanted to fight the Lich at some future time, just for funsies, or if you want to try some of the rooms that you skipped just for shits and giggles, you can let me know. I'm more than willing to. There is a number of interesting rooms. To be honest, I thought you guys would have been really into trying all the different rooms because they're like puzzles, right? And you're all like to figure things out. So I thought you'd be really into those rooms, but you all just kind of decided that I don't want to die and didn't want to do it. But
Well, when the
I
punishment
can't.
is death.
Well, the punishment is death, but there was a number of interesting rooms. Like I said, like most of them, if you would have gotten the various abilities of the gods that were there,
Mhm.
they would grant various bonuses to your characters.
Mm.
The fun thing is, you can only have one of them in your head at one time. So if one of you actually tried to get a second one, then the two gods had to like fight it out, how to do rollsies in order to see which one stayed.
That's
Eh.
cool.
Funny.
So like the other group, they were like trying to min-max their guys. So like Ray, his character fought off the creature, so he could not be possessed with him. But if he had given the item to somebody else in the group, then they could have gotten the possession from that particular creature if they wanted to. So the group figured this out, and they were, like I said, they were trying the different things, and then they would try to min-max who should get what, and just accept the creature that they would have gotten. As best as they could, right? They had to make a bit of a decision that, if they thought they had something really cool, then that character kind of said, the heck with it, I'll keep this, right? But if they got something crappy, they would try something else, and they would swap people who are in their head.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Don't do it, Ning Ning.
Huh?
Like, let's see, what did they all do? So, let's see. One of them gave a dex of 23. One was a strength of 23.
One's a con of 23.
One was host can use an action to turn invisible. the vertical surface was one. It was Yang Yang.
Gotcha. Because like these sound like semi useful, but they like the reason why I wasn't even like really trying to go for them because I'm like they all sound kind of gimmicky from what we had so far. So I was like, why should we try and collect them all? And now knowing that you get temp HP for the final battle when you have them, that definitely would have boosted the idea of collecting them
or a Serac.
for a Serac. Oh, okay.
Right, because like
Not
a Serac
for the
right.
Soulmonger.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, the Soulmonger. I mean, the dude himself was like, what was he? 20. What was the damn guy? I mean, I think the baby, if you fought him flat out, was supposed to be a challenge rating 13 or something.
The Trumple as listed is CR13.
That doesn't sound too bad.
That's not too bad considering you had 6 of you. That was another reason that since you went on ahead and found Duke Shalar, I figured I would give you another character in lieu of having all those powers, right?
Gotcha.
So that way I was like, okay, you didn't collect a lot of those, but I'll give you a 6th character to like try to help offset that battle.
Gotcha. Because we've beaten 13s with a standard party before. Like when we did I don't know who was there for that, but when we did the Hell campaign,
I was there.
there was an enemy in there that was 13 or so. And we destroyed that pretty hard.
So if I can remember how everyone died roughly from before, like that. Just 1 second. Let me just take a look at Serac real quick to refresh my memory.
I know he's over CR20.
He's 23. So he has 2 9th level spell slots, which he has power word kill and time stop. So if any of you have less than 100 hit points, he can insta kill you with no saving throw.
I have gone on rants about why power word kill is just an unfun game mechanic.
It's a 9th level spell, so I mean, you could try to counterspell it, and maybe you get rid of it that way, right? But yeah, if you're under 100 hit points, like he can insta kill you, or at least for those two plain spots. So I think he did that to some people. Paul Zosky, he mouthed off to him, so he actually sent him to hell, and he said him. So remember, guys, he was in the Hell campaign with you.
Yeah.
And so he sent him to hell, and then I read him the description of hell from the module that you guys were in. He's like, God damn it, I know exactly where I am. I think I turned Mom to stone. I think I did. I don't remember.
No, I thought you said she was the one who survived.
I think she survived, and then I turned her to stone again at the end. It felt like a whatever. But what else did he have? I mean, he had Finger of Death. He had Maze. He has Disintegrate. He had all kinds of stuff.
All kinds of nasty stuff.
And he can from the spells he has at levels 1 through 3, he can cast at will. So like he can cast counterspell at will. He can cast other stuff that he had. So he's not running out of spell slots 1 through 3 for what it's worth.
Man,
assuming you lived through the cloud kills, the chain lightnings, the disintegrates, the power word kills, whatever else I can think of, plane shift, maze, whatever. Plus, he can control a Spear of Annihilation and like have it zip around the room and do damage to you.
Man, amazing.
He is pretty obnoxious. But yeah,
I have a healthy fear of him for a reason. I am a peruser of the Monster Manual. I have a healthy fear of a Serac for a reason.
And yes, like you could have went behind the scenes and going after the other guy, Withers. He was watching you guys. He has a pool that he can watch you guys as you're going through the thing, like a scrying pool type of thing. And when you're in certain areas, he can like trigger certain traps and that kind of BS. And those creatures that you fought were all dead bodies from other adventurers that he kind of spliced together to make a tomb thing. Somebody want to say something? What do you want to say?
Yeah, I was wondering if that was the guy with the telepathy that was talking to us in the room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean he could. He
from the levers.
from the levers. Oh wait, telepathy from the room. Which one was this? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you pulled the red lever, and
when you did the red dial, there was someone who was talking to you telepathically.
Oh no, that dude. No, that was someone different. So there is a what is his name? Fudge. Where are you? Oh, let's just do this.
That whole spiel didn't go as expected. I wasn't expecting to make it to the end as Arwell. I was expecting to die and then pick up as Shalar. But I guess Arwell lived.
There you go.
Arwell
Hey.
and what's his name survived.
And Sean lived.
And Sham.
The entire damn thing.
There's an obelisk in the lake. ABOLETH.
An aboleth?
Yep. That's a 10th level creature. It lives in the lake. That's who you were
I
talking
like those
to.
guys. They're funny.
There's one that is stuck in a stone in Waterdeep. I love it.
Yep.
He's just stuck in a
He
rock.
just talk to you. Yeah,
He's
he's
been
stuck in a rock.
He's been enslaved and he lost his mind and he just kind of like hangs. So he probably wouldn't have bothered you. He's kind of bored. But he could have if you were really obnoxious or something.
He's a big fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But generally you guys did a pretty good job of sussing out most of it. By the way, like for the for those stone whatchamacallit, gargoyles.
The mist
that you
puzzle.
The stone gargoyles.
The gargoyles. Okay.
You could have overpaid them if you would have like you didn't have to have the exact coin. You just had to have the exact amount. So if you had overpaid them, it would have been fine as well.
How many gold is a platinum?
10.
I think it's 10.
10. Oh, so we could have actually paid him then.
Yeah, you could have paid him 10 You could have paid him 10 gold, and he would have been fine.
Okay.
It was the amount, not the item himself.
Consider.
But that would have been an expensive endeavor.
Yeah, consider.
I mean, yeah.
I think we mentioned something to that effect.
Not that we had anything better to use the money on.
But yeah, there's
But,
a
like-
number of spooky things in here, different things you could have tried in some of the levels. There's also some other things in here, like there are some rooms that have bodies from the history of this, right? So like prior queens to this area that was mentioned in the lore. So some of their bodies in here as well, and they do various things depending on which rooms you're in. So, yeah, like I think you even like if you went somewhere else, there was a lot of lore in here that some of it you skipped and some of it you did, which is fine. That's just life. But there's a lot of interconnected things to it. And I was trying to drop the hints that I thought I was fairly obvious about it. Well, the genie told you flat out that you could use the gods to try and help you out, and that still wasn't enough to push you in that direction. So I'm like, okay, well, it worked out.
Well, because the genie was like, the gods can help you out, and then we're like, yeah, but the genie is evil. How do we know it's not lying to us?
No, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, by the way, so now you can officially call me a bastard if you want. So, like, remember I had like spots that were covered up that I told you not to worry about?
Yeah.
Well,
There were spots where the keys could be, right?
That's spots where the keys can be. I did put the key in the room with the beholder on purpose to make you do that entire level.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, it makes sense.
I figured after, because you had told us that beforehand. I think we had bugged you enough about it that you went, yeah, that's just places where the
I
skeletons
mean,
can
like,
be.
Yeah.
And we're like,
That's
we've
fair,
been everywhere at
because
this point,
if-
and we can't find the skeleton key. So
if-
it's probably in the secret boss room.
if it wasn't in there, we would have never hunted. There was no chance we would have ever hunted down all the eyes to get in there.
True enough.
Oh, absolutely.
It is way too far out of the way.
So in that room, let's just talk about that room for a second. So yes, there is an invisible beholder in there.
Mm-hmm.
Mom spoiled it. Luckily, Mark did not remember it until he finally got to the room. Then he's like, "Oh shit, I remember Mom mentioning this."
Yeah, when she mentioned
then
it,
Dad smacked her.
I thought it was somewhere in the forest, and that she had run into it 70% the way to the tomb.
So
I didn't realize it was in the tomb.
So in that room, there was a sphere that was covered by a blanket.
Mm-hmm.
44B. I'll just read it exactly just to make sure I got it in my thing correctly. Basically, so a couple of things. Never seen this spell before, but the thing had on it Nestle's magic aura, which basically gives you false readings for detect magic.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Wacky.
So if the beholder or if you guys decided to remove the curtain, the drape, the sphere emits a magical field, causing any creature in the room with metal armor is pulled to the sphere and becomes stuck, as does any metal weapon or object that isn't being secured or held. The creature is stuck to the sphere.
Just turn on a big electromagnet.
And you're stuck to it until the magnetic field is deactivated. So it's like a basic, and the floor was super slippery, right? So if you were in the room and everything that was metal was just going to that as a big magnet.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell?
How do we screw up adventures? Big fucking magnet. What? Big fucking magnet.
Yeah. You could break the sphere, but it did have 100 hit points and armor class 20 and
it sounds like we dodged a lot of bullets that we didn't even know were there.
Yeah. I was trying to play the beholder because an invisible beholder is insane. The beholder itself is already a challenge rating 13. At the time, you might have been level 9 or something like that.
Can it move? Is it stuck up there?
It stays in the room, right?
Okay.
So,
because it wasn't attacking us when we were outside.
The thing that says that it attacks you if you're in the room, right?
Gotcha.
If I had the beholder follow you through the passageways, that would have been nasty. But that's not, you got to be a little bit funky when you're dealing with when you're level 9 and it's a CR 13. I could have just zapped a whole bunch of you. On top of that, remember the purple goo?
Mm-hmm.
The beholder was
goo,
the one.
right?
The beholder goo. It was watching you. So that purple goo was the beholder. And if you pissed it off, or if you took some of the magic items from that room, then those eyes would have started shooting rays at you.
Because of course they could still use I-beams.
I didn't realize it could shoot through the goo.
It could if you pissed it off.
The goo had eyes.
I thought it was just for spying on us and being mysterious.
Well, it was that too. Don't get me wrong, but it could have.
It was also for death.
It was also for if you took some of its shit and it was still alive, then yeah.
Consider beholder I-beams from a random spot of mold on the wall.
I think the most of the rest of it you've seen. I'm just trying to take a look at it. You didn't go into at the very beginning. There was a grate, with water underneath it. Mm-hmm. You could have went into that grate, follow the underground river, and it would have taken you to a waterfall, which would have taken you all the way to the bottom into the lake in level 5.
Yeah, but we couldn't get through the grate.
Okay.
The grate was indestructible.
But then we wouldn't have the skeleton heads.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. This is true. You're not wrong. I think you did most of level 2 pretty much. The only thing you didn't do, the caretaker's workshop and shit was in level 2. You just didn't find the secret doors. But if you had gone up the staircase again, it would have taken you there. Level
He would've been
3,
happy.
you did a decent amount of because I forced you to. Level 4, there's like maybe 1, 2, 3 rooms on level 4 that you pretty much ignored that you could have tried. There was one. There was one funky room that had a clock in it, and if the clock reached the top of the hour and you've missed a Constitution save, then you would have aged, I think, 10 years or something. I don't know. There was some funky stuff in there.
Huh.
But there's like 1, 2, 3 rooms that might be interesting. If you ever wanted to try it just for shits and giggles, I'll run it for you. But I think you did. Oh, that's right. There's another room down there too. You didn't get to. One of the clues hinted to it, but there was a mirror of life trapping, and I think something could teleport you in front of the mirror, and then you'd get stuck in the mirror, and then you either had to try someone break the mirror, or you had to know the command word to release people. Yeah, there was some crazy stuff. I think a lot of people got trapped in that mirror from the first group, but then it got filled, and then when someone got there, they could just break it. The gears, you did most of the gears. If you went into the contraption in the other room, there'd been some demon that came out and attacked you. The mastodon. So yeah, in the control room, there was that one lever you didn't pull with the star on top. If you pulled it, I think bad things would have happened. But if you were supposed to, the right thing to do would be to break that off, and then go to where the mastodon was. And if you put that there was a spot in the mastodon's head, you could have put that, and then I think that would have activated it. And then you had to fight a bunch of demons, and then you would have gotten good shit.
Money, one might
There was
say.
a whole stuff like that. Oh, the hallway. You didn't do the hallway either.
No.
So there was a hallway on the 5th level that you didn't do. And if you triggered something, there was this big, what the fuck is this thing called? 62. It is called a stone juggernaut. Stone juggernaut. Which is basically a giant freaking car that runs over you.
That sounds bad.
It's a construct. And that's basically what it does. So you're in the hallway, and this giant car just comes down and
Hey, Mark.
slams into you. And
Yeah.
it can
Mark,
just keep going
It's
back
a
and
chariot.
forth. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hero's grave chariot. It's just dead.
Dad, play more Elden Ring, and you will find exactly that.
Okay. Fair enough.
If you ever go into a hero's grave, there will be big golden chariots that do exactly this over and over again.
There you go. So, and in here, you pretty much did everything in here. There was, I guess, the other paths just for shits and giggles. What, 79? Okay. Hall, right. Oh yeah, if you took the red path and touched the wall for the red one, you would have ended up right where you are now.
Oh.
In the room with all the dead things. Yep.
Oh.
And the Atropol.
And the Astropol, yes.
Yep. The purple one, that was right. So in here, there was also the other room that was the quote unquote treasure, right? It basically takes you into a a library with a whole bunch of spell books and scrolls in it,
Mhm.
and there was a old man sleeping here, which is really a Arcanoloth
Hmm.
under an alter self spell, and
A neutral
basically,
evil demon.
yeah, and basically there was, I mean, he
Oh,
had
fuck.
some stuff, and there was like a whole ton of magic stuff that was in there, magic scrolls and spell books, and like it would have been like a wizard's paradise.
Some real nerd shit.
Except for the Yugoloth.
Right, that's another level CR12 thing that you could go fight, assuming you're in any condition to fight all that crap.
About the last path.
Oh,
Three paths.
the
There's
gold
red,
path.
purple, and I think gold. Yeah.
The gold path took you to a secret door that would also take you to the library, but there was a glyph there that you'd also have to get past.
Wait, where did the purple one take you?
The library.
The purple one took you to the library, but it would teleport you there, whereas the other one had a secret door
Oh,
to that
okay.
area, but the secret door one was protected by a glyph.
So one was a secret. So one of the things was a secret door, and the other one was a teleporter to the same place.
Right, but
Yeah,
that one,
one
but
of
the teleporter one I don't think was trapped.
Okay. And what was there anything in the red one that I checked?
That would teleport you to where you are now.
Oh, fun. Good thing I didn't touch it.
There you go.
Well, we all lived. So,
Sure, and you didn't fight the Lich, which is pretty
Good.
crazy. Actually, with the Lich, in the if the first group, if you get the Lich down to a certain amount of hit points, he'll
Mhm.
just leave.
Oh.
They won't make you fight him to death, which I thought was kind of lame because like his body reforms in like 10 days or whatever the hell it is anyway.
Mhm.
So like you don't kill him. There's no reason for him.
I mean,
to
yeah, but
just-
then he loses his shit.
he would lose his shit, but he'd have other shit. He's a dude.
He's a dude.
But yeah, I think when the first group fought him, when he got down to that point, I gave them the option of, okay, look, you're fighting him, you're doing like it's a fairly even match. He's supposed to leave. Do you want him to leave? And they're like, no, we want to fight this out to the end and see what happens. And so we fought out to the end, and one person lived. And it was apropos because the person who lived is Steve, the guy. My kids have talked to him a smidgen. He is really into Magic the Gathering. He's a Magic judge, and he is also really into doing escape rooms. So he was
Okay.
ridiculously freaking good at figuring out these rooms. And he is basically the reason why they got through a lot of these rooms because, like, I don't know how many escape rooms he's done. He's done like a gazillion. He does, like, he travels to go to escape rooms pretty much because he travels for Magic. And then if he goes to a city that has a famous escape room or something, he'll go do it or something like that.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so he was really good at doing this. And he was the only one who lived. Everyone else at the very end battle had died at some form. So he got out. So I thought that was well deserved because he had helped solve a lot. He was key for them getting through as far as they did. So, all right. Well, I do hope you all enjoyed it. And like I said, if you want to fight the guy for fun, yeah, go ahead.
What was the
I'll keep answering questions if you want.
What was the save number on the what's it called? The
baby.
The banishment. Who banished it? What's
It was
your
DC 16.
16. Okay.
And it had like a +7 and it had advantage. It spun 2 1s. That's just nuts.
A 1 in 400 chance.
But the chance of failure is.
So the chance of failure, so 16. So less than 16 would be 15 or lower. So that would be. It had a 7% chance of failing.
There you go. It works.
Man, that 7%.
He did it.
I mean, it would have died eventually, and then a Sarak was going to find you. So, like, he would have teleported into the room, but he's a Sarak. He's going to figure out where you went.
Yeah.
But now he'll never figure out where we went.
Well, I guess eventually he'll figure out that, like, hey, people are getting resurrected again. Something's wrong.
Yeah, but he won't know it was us.
He will probably not know it is you. That is true. Though I guess
The
theoretically,
baby.
theoretically,
Teleportation
Withers could tell him before Sarak tears him to pieces for letting his love child, get killed or get teleported away or whatever.
He got put in
It's not dead. It's
jail.
just in jail. It's in
jail.
It's in baby jail.
It's in baby jail.
Big baby
Big
jail.
So the baby probably will end up at least maybe dead because it's locked in there with the Dow, and the Dow probably fucking hates it.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting battle for sure. But the but I mean, I think it was connected by a like if you had a Vorpal sword, which I don't know if there was one in here somewhere, like you could then cut the tether between the baby and the Soulmonger. So I figured if the Soulmonger is going down with the ship, then the baby, and you need like a Vorpal sword to get the baby disconnected. The baby's going too.
I guess so. I mean, I thought the umbilical cord would burn up. That was my thought.
Well, he takes damage, I guess, as well. It doesn't have any separate damage for the umbilical cord. And the things like, I think they said the pit was like 100. It's like a 100-foot deep pit of lava, 80 or 100 foot, whatever it was. It was something obnoxious.
Oh, gotcha. So that's why it couldn't just fly out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's going down.
I also will note that on the stat block for it, it lists a walking speed of 0 feet and a flying speed of 50 feet.
Yep.
So it can fly.
Yeah.
It can go up and down. It like levitates.
And side to side too, because the flying speed lets you move in any direction you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you're stuck in lava, it's pretty hard to move.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's stuck in lava, and it's deeper than what it can, deeper than what the cord is long. So he was kind of screwed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all right.
Good stuff.
Anything else?
I don't think so. I guess I have to start rolling up a Starfinder character soon, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna play with this computer a little bit, so I need like a week or two to either get it see if it still needs. Like I played with some of the power settings on it, but I have a feeling it just needs the power supply replaced because I know it's been acting funky for a little bit and it's just getting worse. So I'll either have to. I might take it somewhere and have them replace it. I might get someone over here to do it itself. I might try and do it. But I figure I never have time to do crap like that. So I don't want to be mucking around with it. I'm just going to get someone to swap it. It needs a little bit of rebuild time. So I might need a week or so for me to get this up and going again. So, and then by that time, you guys will have finals, right?
Yeah, my finals start